Welcome to Before the Credits. I'm your host, John. Today I want to talk about a trope that is very overused, and it comes up far more than it should. The trope is called Seinfeld is Unfunny. My personal favorite, Hitchcock is not suspenseful. I think TV Tropes does a great job in describing it, so I'm going to paraphrase what they say. There are some shows or movies that were considered fantastic when they aired. Now, those shows or movies have a kind of hype backlash associated with them. When people watch them now, they see them as cliché or campy. However, the irony is that when they came out, they were unique and original. They created the clichés that became woven into their genre. The tentative plan is to do at least 3 episodes for this trope. So in these episodes of Before the Credits, I want to touch on the trope namer, Seinfeld, to give you guys an idea on what the trope is and some examples of it. In later episodes, I'll talk about early slasher films and how they created the overall landscape for current horror movies. And in the final episode, I want to talk about John Hughes' 80s teen comedy movies he wrote and directed, and what they added to the genre as a whole. All are prime examples of the trope, and I may do a few more, but that is up in the air as of right now. So on to Seinfeld. To give you all a better idea on what I'm talking about, Seinfeld came out in July of '89, when the sitcom landscape where heroes are idolized family focused. They were generally about good people. Think of shows like Full House, Growing Pains, and The Cosby Show. Seinfeld didn't follow this formula. It was radically different. It was about 4 narcissistic characters with few redeeming qualities who live in a random, directionless life. These are now very common traits of sitcoms. You look at shows like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, 2.5 Men, or Arrested Development that use a very similar formula that Seinfeld created. Broken characters in a show about nothing. Without the genius of Larry David and Jerry Seinfeld, I'm not sure where we would be with sitcoms now. Would we still be doing happy family comedies? Seinfeld set the bar high, and other shows have cleared it for sure. However, to discount what it did and not give it the respect it deserves is saddening. Everyone that loves great comedy should go check out The Chinese Restaurant from Season 2, Episode 11. It is a classic and one of the defining episodes about nothing. I was originally going to mention Married with Children in this episode and talk about how it also broke the mold for sitcom televisions at the time. However, while researching to talk about a few things Married with Children had done, I ended up going down a rabbit hole that is very fascinating, and it's now going to get a whole episode all by itself. Hey guys, thanks for watching the first episode Before the Credits. I'm used to reading off of there, that's why I looked over there. The point of this channel will be to do videos like this, video essays, and then maybe some reviews later down the line. I think I'm going to do some reviews for movies I see as they come out. This is just something I've always enjoyed doing. I really like movies, I really like TV shows. I plan on doing a video on this channel at least once every other week. I don't know how it's all going to work out. It all comes out to writing the actual episodes, doing research on the actual episodes, and figuring out what I'm going to say and how I'm going to construct it. I have a few ideas for upcoming episodes that I'm already kind of working on, including the ones I already mentioned in this video. Check out my buddy's channel too, if you like vlogging. On a Whim Explorer, he is currently traveling around Europe and vlogging daily, almost daily. So this ending video is so I have places to put the other videos I told you about in this video, so you can click on them. They should be around there. I want to do 2 videos, so there'll be one there, and then over here will be something else, I'm sure. I don't know. Oh, no, I did mention 3. The Hughes one when it's done, the Slasher one when it's done, and the Married with Children one, which will be soon when it's done. The Married with Children one should be really cool. I'm actually really looking forward to it. I'm also planning on setting up a Patreon sometime soon. It might actually be up by the time this video's up. But seriously, thank you for watching.